Hello, and welcome to a new video of the guided journey. In this video, we will discuss the utilities menu of the ISPF primary option menu. The utilities menu in ISPF is used for performing various utility functions in a mainframe environment, such as dataset management, dataset manipulation, and even system administration. For the management part, we have utilities for creating, deleting, copying, renaming, and cataloging or saving datasets. For the editing part, we also have tools for editing and manipulating files, including search, replace, copying, merging, splitting, and lots more. We also have what we can do is job control, which means we have the tools for submitting, managing, and even monitoring the jobs or JCLs that we run in the system. Overall, the utilities menu provides a range of essential tools for mainframe users to efficiently manage datasets, edit them, as I said, control batch jobs, and even perform system administration tasks within the ISPF environment, of course. Um, as you can see, in the utilities menu when we enter it. We have the first three options in the utility menu, which, as I said, can do all the things that I mentioned before: create, rename, delete, catalog, as I said, so on and so forth. But the most important part is the fourth one, the DS list, which basically can do everything that the first three can do. So that's why it's a lot easier to work inside the DS list than to try to use all of the other three. Um, for now, we'll just focus on the DS list. We'll go inside, right? The DS list lets you request a list of catalog datasets. The default name for the DSN name level is your TSO user ID. And this menu, it's more commonly referred to as the 3.4 menu because it's the third menu is the utilities, and the fourth option in the utilities menu is this DS list. As I said, we can use the DS list to request a list of catalog datasets. The main DSN name level is our user ID. So if you press enter, it will basically select the list of all datasets that are under my TSO user ID, for example, here. What is a dataset? Because we mentioned it before. Usually, the term dataset refers to a file that contains one or more records. Simply put, uh, which is also true here. But in mainframe, we will see that we actually have three types of datasets. We have sequential, partitioned, and VZAM files, right? In a sequential dataset, the records are stored consecutively. For example, we have a file that has on each record information about students, for example, like name, date of birth, addresses, etc. And each row will have this information or the same information, let's say. Then we have the partitioned dataset or PDSs. They consist of a directory and includes members inside of them, but it's easier to refer to these as libraries that contain members. You can also think of them as basically folders that contain more than one file or member. We also have VZAM files. These are a special type of file. It stands for Visual Storage Access Method. They are key sequence dataset, which means that they're structured consecutively in order of their keys, right? They're not the main focus of our guided journey. For now, I just wanted to mention them. And as you can see, the name of datasets can have multiple levels, not just the user level, let's say, or the primary one. They can have actually, I don't know how many. I think six or seven tops. For us to be easier for us to know which is which one are actual files and which one are actual libraries, we use specific words to describe them. For example, these two are clearly files. These two are clearly libraries, right? And we will learn how to manage them inside this menu. Okay, let's try first to copy a file. We can see that this data one is a file. We can view it, edit it, manage it basically however we want. To copy a file, we go to the options menu, which is a backslash, and we can see here that we have lots of options to do to it. We can edit, view, um, see information about it, copy, and lots more. Let's try for now to see informations about it, okay? And as you can see, we have the dataset information, which we can access by typing S in front of the file as well, or the library. As you can see, the organization of this one, it's physical sequential. The PS stands for physical sequential. The record format is fixed byte, which means that each record has a fixed length. In this case, the length is 170. And we also have other information, but for now, we'll focus only on this. Okay, we can press F3 to go back to the menu. And now, or as I will show you how to do directly, you can do an S, and it will take you to the same menu. Okay. Now we'll try to copy a file, right? Which is the 17 option. We can press type 17 here. It will show us the current where we're trying to copy from, and to where we're gonna try to copy the, let's say, the new name of the new file, right? And the name will start, and please always remember that for every new file or library you'll try to copy or create or whatever, you will always have to put the code here, right? And we'll start with our user, of course, 9579. Let's say file test, for example, just to be a little bit longer the name, and data2, for example, because we want to be the second file with data. We close the quotes. We'll press enter, and now it will show us what it will ask us what we want to do or how to allocate the target data set, right? And we can select either option one, which is allocating the attributes of the other file. We'll just type one, press enter, and that will be it. The file will be created with the attributes of the original file. Or two, and we can actually modify the attributes of the file. For example, the most common thing we will try to modify will be the record length. Let's say this one, we want it to be 100 in length. We select, we type 100. Now we press enter. Invalid record length. I guess it's because of the block size. Usually the block size, we can set it to 0 because when you put it to 0, it will allocate it automatically. So you don't have to worry about calculating the block size. And if you press enter now, you will see that it's giving you a final warning that you're going to copy this one from a 117 length to a new one which is 100 in length, and we'll see right after what this implies. Press enter. Now the file is copied. A new useful command for you to remember is the ref, which is a refresh, which will refresh basically the list here. And as you can see, we now have the new file created here. And if you press S on it, we will see that the record length of this one is 100 and the block size is a bit different. Now, if we look at the original one from where we copied, let's do a V for view. We can also do an E for edit, but for now we're just viewing the data. We're not trying to edit. Press enter, get inside. We can see we can see the data inside the file. Okay, we can see up until the column 72, but we can press F11 to go to the right of the screen, and we can see that now we can see from 73 to 144, and this is the 170, right? In case these messages are annoying or you don't want to see them anymore, you can press res for resolve, and they will disappear. They're just messages. They don't interfere with the file itself. Okay, as I was saying, this is the column 170, or you can type calls and it will show you as well the column. As I said, F10 to go to the left, F11 to go to the right. Right now we're at the beginning, and now we're at the last column, the 170, right? And as you can see, we have information here from 100 to 170, okay? And as I said, when we copied this file, we copied only the record as 100, right? And which this means that if you go to the right, from this 100 column to 170, we used to have information, right? But now we don't. Basically, we lost that information when we copy just the first 100 bytes of a record, right? It's called truncation, which is good for you to remember for the future in this guided journey. Okay, so we successfully copied a sequential file, and now we will take a look at the library, right? This is the library that contains the COBOL modules, right? As you can see, we have more than one member. In each one of them, if you go to look at them, you will see that we have COBOL code here, right? It's already highlighted in the COBOL language. We will go F3 to get out of here, and we see we view the member. And if we go back to the first menu, we will see if we press S to view the information here. Organization here is PO, which stands for organized or organized. Yeah. Um, the length, the record length of this library is 80. Okay, this means that every member here has the same length, right? You cannot have in a library that's defined as having the record length 80, you cannot have a member that has more than 80 or even less than 80, right? All of them have the same attributes, basically. If you look at the COBOL 05 and you go to F11, because we can see only the 72, you will see, right, it finishes at 80 here, right? So all of them have the same attributes. If you want to have a library in which the members have 100 in length, for example, or 150, or I don't know, you will have to copy to create a new library, which we will try to do right now. So in order to create a new library, the easiest way is actually to go inside the library and copy one of this member, or even all of them if you want. But we'll copy just one of them. For example, this one, backslash, right? As you can see inside the member, the actions that can be done on members are it's a little bit smaller than when you can do to what you can do to a sequential file or a PD or a PDS. And we will want to copy, which is 8, right? It will show the same copy menu. We will select as again 95779, which is my user. Lib, because it's a library. Let's say because it's a copy of it like that, and CBL because there are also COBOL members here, right? As again, it will tell us to either allocate directly, which would mean that the new library also has the record length of 80, but we want to change that. We'll select 2 to specify allocation attributes. We'll select here 150, let's say. Again, we'll put the block size to 0 so it gets calculated automatically. As you can see, the dataset type is a library. We have a partition dataset, which they are kind of the same. And for now, we will focus only on this. We will press enter. And this member got copied in the new library, okay? And now again, if you do a refresh here, or ref, we will see the copy of the COBOL library. And if you put an S on it, you will see that the record length is 150, which means that here, this member that was copied also has 150 in record length. If you go with F11 to the right, you will see we have up until 150. So basically, all the space from 80 150 got filled with blanks basically. Okay, if you press an F3 here, F3 again, we will have all of this information. For example, we can also do a delete, which is easier to do either with slash, but you can actually type D in front from delete, and it will select you to confirm that you actually want to delete this library, which we will do. Press enter, and now the library is deleted. And again, to refresh the list, we do a ref. Now that library is deleted basically. This is all I wanted to present to you for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.